Hi, my name is Jenny Helms, and I wanted to talk a little bit today about what I do as a coach and therapist who works with people who have eating issues. Now, the first thing I like to talk about is how eating issues can kind of be on a spectrum. I think a lot of people, when they think of eating issues, they think of the typical eating disorders. So we're talking about bulimia, anorexia, and binge eating disorder. However, a lot of people fall within this range of where they may not be diagnosable in the eating disorder category, but they do struggle with a lot of eating issues, and they struggle to maintain a healthy relationship with food consistently. And so that's going to look like people who struggle with yo-yo dieting. It's going to look like people who are obsessing over calories or how their body looks. The people who eat a muffin and then have to go work it off immediately unless they feel a ton of guilt. So it's going to look a little bit different, but this also can be very debilitating for people in their lives, not only from a health perspective long term, but also from an emotional perspective. And it often is a metaphor for other issues going on beneath the surface. So I want to talk a little bit about that as well. And so I made this little drawing over here. And basically, I wanted to talk about what I do. So I see that most of us, we come into this world and we have our best selves. We're not fearful yet. We don't have any distorted beliefs. We're just a baby, just kind of wanting to be in this world, be in this space. We are curious. We are compassionate. And that, I think, those are the traits of our best selves. Well, sometimes things come along, different traumas, different experiences, different ways we learn about how to relate about food from other people, including family members. And, we develop certain habits, and we might struggle with emotional eating. And so in this little drawing that I'm doing, these weeds are kind of examples of the different problematic eating behaviors that can come into people's lives, and the thoughts too, the obsessing over calories, that come into people's life and kind of steal away their joy and their health. And so in my coaching and my therapy, what I try to do is not only to give people the physiological foundation of healthy nutrition and ways to eat that will really nourish your body from a physical standpoint, but I also try to address some of the root issues, right? So we talk about the history the person has, the different belief systems that might be fueling the way they eat, the purpose it may serve, which could be all sorts of things. And so we're not only going to cut the root off here, which is kind of just like, giving people strategies for coping in different ways, like, exercise instead of emotionally eat. We also address the roots. And I do give people coping strategies throughout that journey so that when they do this work, it can be pretty tough and it can bring up some stuff. And so I like to give people some coping strategies along the way to help them as they're working on the root stuff. But if we just do the coping strategies, you're only cutting the weed off right here. And we still have all of this, and it's going to grow, whether it grows out again in the same kind of eating behavior you were trying to change, or in other behaviors like alcoholism or Netflixing a lot, or doing any other sort of thing that is just another manifestation of the root issue. So I basically wanted to break it down and draw for you guys with my wonderful artistic skills, and kind of hopefully help you understand a little bit more about what I do and what kind of people that I work with, and that it's not just people with eating disorders. It's also people who fall along the spectrum, which I would say is a large part of our society in America. So if you have any questions or feedback, I would love to hear from you. But I just wanted to help you guys understand a little bit more about what I do. And I hope you have a great day, and I will probably make more videos soon. So thanks.